Hello, Sacred Souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is a strengthening and reinforcement of healing from a helicopter parent or a helicopter caregiver or older sibling and anyone who was very much involved in our upbringing. And this basically is what I was guided here to do. So the heart, oh sorry, my background stuff. It was for the heart chakra, and after the wax had melted into the heart-shaped bowl, what I saw at the end here looked like a cobra. It's like the head of a snake. See how that's totally like the head of a snake, right? Like a cobra. I'm pretty sure that's a cobra. That's white at the front. I didn't double check the snake types, but I'm pretty sure. So, since I only managed to get a snake, not every dollar store has these, but I got one today, but I didn't bring my axe. But I also really like snapping the neck. So that's what we're going to do here today. So since there is, so basically the guidance here with this is that there's an evil astral snake or an astral snake consciousness, astral snake entity, however you want to look at this, that is still messing with our heart chakra. Okay, so that means that our heart chakra is still under a dark influence, it's still limited, can't fully open and let in all the light because of the helicopter parent or helicopter caregiver, etc. That we had in our childhood, that is basically the snake influence. And I believe that they were under an evil snake influence as well, right? So there was an evil snake attached to them, and that is their influence on us. A while ago, I had an energy healing treatment session where there were massively heavy cords from, like in my case, the helicopter parent was my mother. And there were massive, thick cords connected to me and my heart, basically, and like me in general as well. But basically, sending a lot of will and intention and stuff onto me, right? So, and basically, a lot of parents live vicariously through their children. So that's exactly that forced intention where a lot of us don't really follow our hearts and fulfill our dreams because of the parents' intentions, even if they're not completely restrictive, but we know exactly that they wouldn't accept certain things. So we may not follow our dreams completely, but we settle for something that's okay, but not exactly what we wanted, right? So that's all the stuff that came to me with this. So let's get started. And the fire is actually going quite well despite another sort of rainy and wet day. So let's actually smudge first, and then I'll call in the spirit guides. So please cleanse and renew our energies and take away anything dark, evil, and low vibrational, any and all black magic, evil, witchcraft, spells, curses, hexes, parasites, and AI, and flood us with massive amounts of divine healing light and unconditional love. Oh my gosh, and I see the devil head with the horns in that log. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's like behind the flame that keeps jumping there. Can you see it? Yeah, I think... yeah, it kind of shows, and then, oops, ouch, sorry. That was just a spark that burned me. But yeah, there it is, the devil's face. So, yes, thank you. So basically that snake energy is the same as the devil energy. That came to me a while ago because, like, for example, in the creation story of the Bible, it talks about Adam and Eve being tempted by the snake. But then I found a reference online about how that was before the whole concept of the devil became sort of popular. And I think then the devil kind of replaced the snake, but in both cases, it's energy that's, or like intentions that are highly manipulative, that don't mean well. They have dark, evil, self-centered, narcissistic intentions, right? So that's kind of like the same type of energy that we're dealing with. So in this case, it's the snake here, but it's kind of pretty much the same stuff. All right. So let me call in the spirit guides. Sorry. I used a whole bunch of toilet paper to get the fire started. Let me move that away. That's less aesthetically pleasing. And I have extra oil in case we need more, and extra stuff I can throw in the fire to keep it going because all the logs were wet. All right. Anyway, sorry. Let's call in the spirit guides and get this really started. Dear Creator, higher power, source, and soul energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, our ancestors that are in the light, and Great Mother Earth, and Great Spirit of the Fire, please help us with this strengthening and reinforcement healing ceremony for our heart chakra that is connected to a helicopter parent or helicopter caregiver, helicopter older sibling, or anyone who had sort of a parental type role in our lives. Let's get started by putting the wax in the fire, because I'm a little concerned about once most of the paper stuff burns down, the fire might die down too quickly. So, please let our heart chakra fully and completely be healed and freed from any and all astral snakes and any other dark, evil, and low vibrational energies, entities, intentions, and including the devil energy. Oh, here's a little piece broke off that I already put in the fire. The head of the snake was actually a little bit higher up, I think. Anyway, you still see it enough. So let us please be fully and completely healed from the dark, evil, devil type, narcissistic, self-serving snake energy that has been controlling our lives because of the helicopter parent or helicopter caregiver that we've had in our childhood. Let me just put that like this. Thank you, miigwech, dankeschön, all my relations. Oh yeah, now the fire is gonna go pretty good. See, that gets the fire going. That's what was needed. And let any and all of those dark astral snakes that have been messing... Sorry, my hands are dirty again from handling and see the charcoaled wood. Let any and all dark astral snakes that have been messing with our heart chakra and our heart in general, like on an energetic, emotional, astral type level, on a spiritual level as well. Let's just say physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, energetically, and karmically. Let us be fully and completely freed and healed from any and all influences of the astral snake, and let that astral snake and any and all connections now and forever be severed and finished, and let the astral snake be dead and beheaded. There. The astral snake has been slayed. I snapped her neck. I'm gonna say her because somehow I picture a snake more female, but that's totally because in German the definite article is feminine. So please, no offense to anyone. And I'm not really assigning a gender to that snake. That would be sexist, but sometimes when I speak in like male or female forms, it's because of my native language where we have male and female articles and they don't always make sense. Like cats and snakes are female, but dogs are male. Oh, actually, in English that strangely enough makes sense somehow on a weird level. Sorry, I take it all back. Ignore what I just said. Anyhow, so gender neutral astral snakes, okay? All right. I was trying to break off more pieces, but there's one. And the other piece is coming. Oh, that's interesting. The head just fell down here. Let me poke that a little bit. Oh. I'm going to have to pick that up once I won't burn my fingers anymore. But I'll get that. Ooh, but see, it's even burning down there. Okay. And oh yeah, that snake does not want to go. Woo, it's fighting. And let us fully and completely be healed from any and all influence of that helicopter parent. And let that be symbolized by us removing ourselves from that situation, from that influence, from that parent. And let that be put right on top here. Oops, let me see if I can put that in a little more. Here we go. Whoops. Okay, sorry, one sec. Let's see if I can throw it in more. Whoops, here we go. And, whoo, here we go. Actually, I can save, oh, I was gonna save the board, but that's perfect. If I can grab the snake head somehow. Ooh, you know what? Here. Perfect. And the snake head goes right back in. We're going to slide that right back in there. Perfect. Okay. And let our... Oh yeah, and this is how the alien influence was shown to me. I recently came across a picture on YouTube where what looked like a historical picture was an alien with a head shaped like this was shown standing between two regular humans. And I think it was in Southwest Asia, roughly, from the looks of it. But I didn't actually save it. Anyway, so that astral snake, I believe, has some kind of alien origins as well. And that those were the dark influences that that helicopter parent was under, which is why they exerted so much control onto us, because they were completely energetically and spiritually and on an astral level manipulated by those dark entities and completely put in fear. I've actually, since I'm an empath, I feel it very strongly. Whenever those toxic people project stuff onto me, it's like I can feel the fear more, I can feel the anxiety, I can feel the insecurities, I can feel the anger and hate and all of that. It's really crazy how some people live and how they are, and yeah, I don't know how they get through each day, because that is nasty stuff. That is no way to exist and live your whole life. So I'm very, very thankful not to be living that way all the time. But unfortunately, sometimes when it gets heavily projected onto me, I do experience it as well. And it's like all the black magic, dark magic, I prefer to say, that they throw at me, or also at us. I'm going to include you in a lot of that. That is a very challenging test to overcome, but a very important lesson, because like in my experience, I was just thinking about that today. It makes me so appreciative and grateful for all the simplest and even smallest things in life that most people wouldn't even acknowledge as something special. Like, for example, if I have a day where I have great positive energy, I'm thankful for that, because that's not every day, because a lot of people throw their stuff at me, right? So, like, that's something to be thankful for that most people take for granted. And those are the kind of things that help us elevate, because gratefulness is what helps us actually receive more of the positive stuff. Okay, anyway, I've talked enough. We gotta still put our little person in there. But first, Great Spirit of the Fire and the Divine, please, and our ancestors and spirit guides of the light, please take away, burn away, and transmute any and all darkness and evil that we just put in the fire. Transmute it into love and light and return it to source energy for reintegration. And so it is, all my relations. Whew. And please help us untwist ourselves from like the awkward pose as well. It keeps going into these weird poses and postures, which I think is also representative of how that stuff can really mess with us and twist us up as well. So please heal us fully and completely from all this damage of having a very controlling helicopter parent or caregiver, having had one. I'm gonna use the past tense here just because our childhood is finished. Like, I said that the video is not for children, right? So I'm assuming most viewers are adults. But the person may still be alive, but they're not, hopefully, not in our lives anymore in a way that they can still exert that power and control over us. All right, so please help us fully and completely heal from any and all hurt, pain, suffering, anger, resentment, blame, guilt, self-hate, self-loathing, self-blame, for taking on a lot of the parents' stuff, like the helicopter parents, helicopter caregivers, issues that weren't ours, but we took them on because they were so heavily projected onto us. We now and forever free ourselves from all of that. We shall be cleansed and renewed and healed by the fire and be filled. The fire shall transmute and transform all of those dark energies into love and light, and we shall be completely filled and surrounded by this divine Jesus-type frequency of pure healing light and unconditional love. And we shall be able to let go of anything that no longer serves us and be filled with true compassion for ourselves and all others, and have a renewed passion for life, a joy for living, and our lives shall now fully and completely change for the better. And so it is. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. And so it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the energies are definitely shifting. Woo. All right. Let the ceremony now be finished and accept our love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings. Open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly safe, shielded, and protected. And so it is. All my relations, all our relations. Thank you so much for watching and for working on your own healing. I'm also sending you lots of love and light, many blessings, and be well. Oh, and also let us all be flooded with massive amounts of abundance that shall come into our lives now. Let any and all lack be gone from our lives now and forever. And so it is, all my relations. All right, that's it. Okay, so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And be well until next time. Thank you. Bye.